Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's join pharmacy. Today I am here in front of you with one more very interesting video that is very important questions in the pharmaceutical analysis. See, many students, if I ask anyone, beta, are you studying in third semester? Okay, a maximum 80% they will tell, sir, I am having backlog of first semester, particularly analysis, sir. Sir, I don't know, sir, what to write, how to maintain the strategy in the examination, and how can I pass, sir? Sir, please tell me. Many students requesting me. And I too understand their problems because analysis is the subject. I can understand it's a little bit twisty. The students don't know what to write, how to maintain your answer sheet, and all. So be in this video until last. You will be going to get a clear cut information on the analysis and also how can you write these 10 and 5 marks, and definitely you will pass in your examination. And notes also are available. You can WhatsApp me in the description. Number is there. Yeah. Now 10 mark question. The first question goes for define and classify determinate errors. With example, list the methods of minimizing error. Simple question. Be cool. First you define the error. What is this error? You define it. 4 line minimum, you should give 4 line for errors. Classify the errors with examples. Okay, then sources of errors you have to write. Actually they are not asked sources of error, but you have to write this one. This is only the trick, this is only the points. These all are, you are skipping these. Okay, for that reason you are backlogs. Then method to minimize the errors. Some of the methods are there to minimize the errors. That methods minimum you have to write methods. You just write those methods and explain 3 lines for that particular method. Simple. Okay, if you maintain this, you will get 8 marks for that question. Next, second question, define oxidation reduction. Explain the principle and reaction of ferrous sulfate, they will ask. Okay, involved in the titration, you have to give the application with example. Now ferrous sulfate, it is example for permagnometry. Before that, you have to define oxidation. What is this? Reduction, then redox titration. You have to give example and you write the types of the redox titration. That is permagnometry, dichromometry, serimetry, iodometry, ID-metry. This all you have to write down. After that, you have to explain this permagnometry method with applications. Then you will get a very good marks. Third one, explain the basic principles involved in redox titration. Same, how you wrote, no? Same you have to write. After writing all those, means oxidation, reduction, redox reaction, and you write the types of the redox reaction. After that, you have to write this, which one? The particular they will ask potassium iodate. Potassium iodate. Then you go for the applications. Sometimes they will ask serimetry also, bromatometry also, dichromometry also. You have to remember these all. Simple are there. By remembering the examples only, you can write the theory part. Just remember, I am telling you, you have to understand the concept. Fourth one, classify acid-base titration. Explain the cunoid theory of indicators with example. Here, what you have to do means, first you have to define the acid-base titration. What are these? Then you classify those acid-base titration. You have write the theories of that. Then cunoid theory, particularly neutralization curve. If page remains, you write these curves, neutralization curves. Okay, very important. Next one is the fifth one, the what are primary and secondary standards, examples of primary and different types of titrations and ideal properties of primary. Here first you define the primary standard with example, then you write the types of titrations. Different types are there, ideal properties you write. So then you go for the secondary standards, same with examples you write the ideal properties for secondary standards also, and you have to write the applications. These all things one by one you maintain. Then sixth one is explain the procedure for selection of indicators in the titration between strong acid and strong base. See, 4 types of curves are there, neutralization curves. Strong acid, strong base, strong acid, weak base, weak acid, weak base. This you have to remember, all the 4. Sometimes they will ask particularly anyone, or they will ask you can write this particular thing. Okay, you write the strong acid with weak base. Weak base also known as the strong weak base also known as the weak alkaloids. Okay, alkali, not alkaloids, alkali. You know that alkali means it is a base. Next you go here for 7th question. Write a note on solvents used in non-aqueous titration. Explain the preparation and standardization of the 0.1 normal perchloric acid. Okay, perchloric acid, or they will ask the HCl. Here first you write, you define what is this solvent, then you go for non-aqueous titration, you give examples, you classify this non-aqueous titration, and classification, by classification you have to explain that by giving two examples. Then at last you write the preparation and standardization of 0.1 normal per chloric acid. Then eighth question, what are the different methods of expressing concentration? How will you prepare and standardize 250 ml of potassium permanganate? Define pharmaceutical analysis. First you have to define this one, what is this pharmaceutical analysis. Then methods of expressing concentration, you have to write all the methods are there, molality, that is molarity, formality, okay, molar concentration, mole of fraction, these all things you have to write with formulae, very important thing. These 8 questions you remember for 10 marks. Now 5 marks, write a note on universal indicators and mixed indicators with examples and uses. Simple, you write define indicator first with example you give, then you explain universal indicator one side, and you write mixed indicators next to that universal indicators with two example for each. Then you write the uses of these universal and mixed indicators. The second one is explain Morse method. Morse method is also known it as argentometry method. In next page, in next slide I will show you that. Morse method you have to explain here. What you have to write, it comes under the precipitation, so you first write the precipitation. Titration, what is this, give example, then you write the types of the precipitation titration, means by which methods you can define the precipitation titration. Bohr's method, Fajan's method, modified means Voulart's method, these all things. Okay, then you explain Morse method. Principle is very important here, and reactions also very important. The third one, what is leveling effect in non-aqueous titration, that is titrametry, explain in detail. Simple, first you explain what is non-aqueous titration, give the classification, then you give explain both leveling and temperature effect on the solvent, that is a non-aqueous solvent. Then discuss the principle and applications of argentometric titration, that is argentometric means here determination of the chloride ions in the silver. Simple, AgCl we are using, no, that is here. Same, it is same as Morse method. How you wrote the Morse method, no, first precipitation definition, then you write the types, that all same you have to maintain here. Fifth question, explain the principle involved in the complexometric titration in detail. Then you have to estimate here MgSO4 magnesium sulfate. Simple, first you define what is this complexometric titration, you write the types of that complexometric titration. Then you go for the explain the estimation, means assay of the magnesium sulfate. Okay, types means back titration, that all 4 types are there, you have to write that types. Next, what do you mean by gravimetry analysis? Describe the techniques used for the estimation of the barium, or sometimes they will ask barium sulfate. Same answer you have to write. First you have to define the gravimetry analysis, then you write the co-precipitation and post precipitation, very important one, then estimate of BiSO4. And what they will do, sometimes they will ask write a note on co-precipitation and post precipitation. Same you have to write, you have to define gravimetry analysis, give some examples, explain co and post precipitation, then you write the estimation. Remember these all points, very important points I am telling. Then 7th one, conductometric titration, curves of mixture of weak and strong acid. Same what you wrote in neutralization curves, no, here also same, but little alternation is there. Graph is also very important in both the side. Here you have to define the conductometric titration, types you have to write, explain with graph. Okay, if they ask particularly explain 1 means you explain 2, if they won't ask means at least you explain 3, if page allows you. Write the principle and application of polarographic analysis. First you write the principle here, working construction of, that is dropping mercuric electrode. Simple, first you write what is this polarography, then you write the principle, working construction of this dropping mercury electrode. Actually they are not asked, but they ask a polarographic analysis. How can you analyze? Okay, by using polarography, that is one is best method, that is dropping mercury electrode, that is DME. Application is also very important. 9th one, explain the construction and working of the glass membrane electrode. Define potentiometry, then explain the glass membrane electrode. Same principle, construction, working, application. These things you have to remember while you are explaining any type of the construction. 10th one, explain any two conductometry titration curves. See, same as the question number 7. Question number 7, see this one. What you have to do, define conductometry titration, types, explain with the graph. What you have to explain with the graph? V strong acid and strong base you have to explain. Okay, you take one more, strong acid and weak base. Then enumerate the Ilkovic equation, that is also same as question number 8. Now what the question number 8 says, up here to write the principle and application of the polarography analysis, that you have to explain the dropping mercury electrode and you have to write the equation, that is this equation you have to remember. Okay, one equation is there, with the equation you have to determine the terms, means you have to write the full form of that particular equation. Okay, you have to write the points for that. That is very important in Ilkovic equation. Then give the principle and procedure involved in the assay of ephedrine hydrochloride. Sometimes they will ask ephedrine or sodium benzoate. Here define non-aqueous titration, types you write, and estimation you have to write what they were asked. Explain the principle procedure in the Volart's method and modified Volart's method. Same precipitation titration, types you write, explain, you have to explain Volart's and as well as the modified Volart's method. Then give the construction, working and application of calomel electrode. Same potentiometry, application, calomel electrode. In that you have to write the construction, principle, working, applications. 15th one, explain Fajan's method of halides. Then here also precipitation titration, types and all, and you have to explain the Fajan's method. Reaction and principle are mandatory. 16th, our last question in 5 mark. Here you have to explain the construction and working of the standard hydrogen electrode, that is SHE. Sometimes they will ask SHE. Here same you have to write the what define potentiometry, types you can write, or the methods to determine the potentiometry. Then you have to write standard hydrogen electrode, construction, principle, working, applications. Yes, these are the very important 16 questions in 5 marks, and you have to remember the very important 8 questions in 10 marks. These questions are enough for your examinations. Practice these a lot from today only. You are having a lot of time. 5 days you are having now. From today only you sit and practice, and you will definitely pass your analysis. Thank you.